Good morning, my name is Rafli Darmawan, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about is tackling COVID-19, the task of young people. COVID-19 is a disease outbreak that started with a virus carried by a bat which was turned into a soup and eaten by someone from China, to be more precise, from the city of Wuhan. Starting from Wuhan, which experienced this bad pandemic for 4 months since the end of December 2019 and reached the peak of corona cases on February 18 of 2020, where Wuhan reported nearly 10,000 people out of 38,020 infected with corona in a critical condition. The world was shocked by this pandemic when Italy and France began to become infected. The reason for the soaring cases of COVID-19 in both countries is that many residents have returned to their hometowns from outside and carried the disease which infected most of them, which in turn resulted in a total city lockdown to reduce the spread. COVID-19 first entered Indonesia in early March, more specifically in the city of Depok. This shocked the whole of Indonesia because of its spread in a very short time. Previously, it was underestimated by the Indonesian government, but due to a very drastic increase from day to day, the government finally decided to implement a lockdown in areas prone to COVID-19 in Indonesia. The aim of this tax is to the teenagers who still go out to hang out with their friends who do not comply with the applicable health protocols. The purpose of this tax is to increase readers' awareness to reduce the spread of COVID-19 by complying with existing regulations and SOPs, because people who do not comply with health protocols can easily catch COVID-19. The following are some ways you can avoid COVID-19, which is by doing WMW, stay at home, and maintaining body immunity. The first is by doing WMW activity. WMW stands for wearing a mask, maintaining a safe distance of 1 to 2 meters, and washing hands as often as possible. Since COVID-19 has attacked the entire world, we know that wearing a mask is a must. Why? Because masks are useful for reducing spread through droplets, both from sick people and from surroundings environment that seem safe. The most recommended material for a mask is the N95 mask, as it's proven to be the best material to prevent the transmission of COVID-19. The second is to maintain a safe distance of 1 to 2 meters. This must be done in all activities in public, especially in queuing. This is also done to reduce physical contact as much as possible. The third is to wash your hands as often as possible. As we know, COVID-19 can stick to inanimate objects. Unconsciously, there are many things that we hold on to every day. For example, mall door handles, handrails on escalator, or even elevator buttons. While we don't know whether the person who previously held it had COVID-19 or not, and to guard against this, it is better if we use hand sanitizer and wash our hands frequently to reduce the possibility of transmission through the skin cavity. Next is to stay at home. As the name itself is quite clear, this is one of government's effort to reduce the spread of COVID-19. Lately, many young people have contracted COVID-19 because they do a lot of activities in public spaces, such as hanging out and spending time with lots of people and in groups, even though the government has set rules for staying at home, work from home, and online schooling. This is one of the most effective ways to reduce the spread of COVID-19 as a whole. Therefore, it is better if we follow government recommendations to carry out all activities in the home, such as much as possible, be it teaching and learning activities, remote work, work from home, or even exercises. If you really need to leave the house, go back to the first point, wear your mask and follow existing health protocols. One thing you can do is to try not to dine in while you eat while you want to eat because of the possibilities of transmission from other people. And the next one is to check your body temperatures. If your body temperature is above 37 degrees Celsius, I wouldn't recommend going outside. Another thing that you can do is pay attention to the limits in certain places. For example, you're going to a mall and you're trying to get into a store when you see the store limits are, let's say, 50 people, and you see there's a big crowd inside, don't go in. Or maybe just wait outside for a bit of time, and after the store got a bit of space, you can continue to go into the store. The last one is the importance of maintaining body immunity. Immunity is needed because strong immunity can easily fight COVID-19. What is body immunity? Immunity is the body's resistance. How to strengthen the body's resistance? By regulating diet, consuming lots of vitamins, lots of sunbathing, in the morning sun, regular and adequate sleep patterns, and exercise. Adjusting the diet, namely by eating nutritious food with a set schedule in a day, adequate sleep patterns can be accustomed to the amount of sleep 6 to 8 hours and last at night. Furthermore, some examples indoor exercises that can be done are homemade workouts, yoga, and floor exercises. In conclusion, I, Rafli Darmawan Putranandias, as a young student who also like to hang out and stuff, invite all of the young people to open up your mind and realize that we have a responsibility to help the reduce of the spread of COVID-19, especially to those who are elderly and vulnerable to contracting COVID-19. So what can we do to help reduce the spread of COVID-19? Is by implementing WMW, which stands for wearing a mask, maintaining a safe distance of 1 to 2 meters, and washing hands as often as possible, doing activities from home, stay at home, and maintaining body immunity by doing exercises. That is all from me today. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.